Folks, this is a showdown we've circled on the calendar as number 1 goes on the road to face a top 10 team. Welcome to Lubbock, Texas, and the home field of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Red Raiders will kick this deep to begin the game. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. Hands it off from the gun. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Pressure is coming. He's going to pull it down and run. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain, short of the first down.
And that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, we'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up some passing lanes that weren't there before.
Here we go, first third down of the game. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Auburn will have the first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
That completion sets up a second down play. Looking to throw here. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw now on first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. And it's caught wide open with room to run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, somebody had to bust an assignment on this touchdown. There's no way you let a guy get that open unless the defender either gets injured or he blew an assignment. That was too easy for the offense for that touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense moving to a bunch formation. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going. What we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
Taking a deep shot here to the right. He hauls it into the 25, still running. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Great connection there for 6 points.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Breaks free. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Auburn. He's going to score. What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks. Return man hits the crease just like he did there. Then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking to this guy anymore.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he steps out of bounds at the 15. That's where they'll start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. The receiver breaking free at the 35. And that'll pick up a first down out of the 37. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Moves out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab. They stop and buck. This offense is threatening now at the plus 43. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and it has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Back to throw again. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off here. Gets some space around the 30. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And the Red Raiders starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Let's throw to the quarterback off the RPO.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
The Red Raiders looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Second down, we're going to throw it. On the move now. Into the end zone. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run.
Well, he pays for this one. Heads-up play to use his feet to get the first down, but man, did he get blasted at the end of that one.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. First and goal, handoff. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Automatic on the PAT. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? All the way for a touchdown. We knew this returner was a dangerous guy. That was an electrifying play all the way to the house.
Chris, it was great blocking, but the guy just looked so natural back there as far as once he got his hands on the ball, it was like he was setting up his blocks, knowing exactly where he wanted to go, and then once he hit it right around midfield, nobody was catching it.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Auburn in the lead as we break for the quarter. We've got a good one going. Both teams come out swinging as the stats tell the story. Will the offenses continue to dominate, or will the defenses show up here as we begin the second quarter? The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. It's a shotgun run call. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7. The Red Raiders looking to run some tempo here.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
Looking deep downfield to the left. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Delivers quickly to the left side, and this time it's complete. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
First down and 10 now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He escapes the pocket. Extending the play now. And he went out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. To dart to the left side. Catch made down inside the 25. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Red Raiders are on the move here. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught quickly. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
It's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
And it's a wildcat look here as they try to convert on third down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. When he's getting boxed in, the defense not at all fooled by the wildcat look.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
No field goal attempt. Offense still on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th and short from the 20. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And the pass is complete to the tight end. After second effort, he's brought down, but it's past the marker.
Well, it's always a gamble to go for it on 4th down when you're already in field goal range, but it looks like they won't rehash this decision when it's all said and done. That's a first down.
And the Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch made by the tight end. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
The sophomore with a strong tackle there. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
They need less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on 4th. To keep trying to get to the marker. The decision to go for doesn't pan out.
I mean, that's as safe a call as you can make, right? Just have that quarterback get behind that big offensive line and push, but he wasn't able to get past the line that they needed for the first down.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. So the drive begins backed up at their own 5. Tough spot. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it.
Not only are they able to come up with some points of their own, now the defense on the other side comes up with a turnover and a touchdown to tie the game, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead.
And the extra point was up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Diskrupke picked up by one of the blockers. Tackle is made at the 38. That's a good kick return. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. Turns it loose downfield. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. QB keeper all the way. He passed the marker and still going. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Great start for the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
What a rough first half for this quarterback. Already he's thrown 1 pick. His mechanics are off. His footwork doesn't seem to be in sync. He almost threw another interception. He's got to make some adjustments and try to find a new rhythm.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The pocket breaking down. And down he goes. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Drop back here on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. possession here. Can they make something happen? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Moves out of the pocket. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Direct snap. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Running out of time in the pocket. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. He goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first.
When the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man, he finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a 1st down.
The Red Raiders with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's caught. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Now the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Now here comes the bunch formation. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to scramble. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the 1st down here on 3rd and short. Out of third down. Quick throw over the middle. Makes the catch downfield. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And that will give them the lead now.
Chris, the quarterback looks up, sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. Tackle is made at the 35. Good job by the kick return at that time. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with the pass game. Quick pass to the flat to a receiver. Breaks loose at the 45. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
We're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. And it's a direct snap. Nowhere to run, but corralling for no gain.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Deep shot toward the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a beautiful post route right over the top, and it splits this defense for 6 points. Great recognition by the quarterback to see the void in the middle third of this secondary and confidently deliver that strike.
BAT puts him up 3. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. Coach Richardson left that one in the end zone. And a Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. They're going to run it. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Fires it down the right side. Makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Texas Tech.
You talk about being in the zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown pass for the quarterback.
Extra point makes it 35-31. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. The It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers on the return team. And he's brought down at the 37 after a strong return. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. First down, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Threw it behind the receiver. So second down after the incompletion. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. A screen to the wide receiver. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
By the receiver. He makes the tackle at the 47-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. The shotgun running play call. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Getting set. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to throw it on first down. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Auburn. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT puts them up 3. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. First play of the drive now from the 25. Hand off to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. It's a dart right down the middle. The pass ball is incomplete. Took a deep shot on the final play of the third quarter. Final quarter coming up. And it's Auburn in front as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Let's it fly to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. Moves his way for a first down to the 35. This is turning into a monster day for this quarterback, Kirk. His passing yards now up over 350.
Yeah, and it seems like this defense has tried everything. They're blitzing. They're sitting back in zone. They're trying to double coverage certain receivers. Everything that they've tried is, unfortunately for them, not working because of how well this quarterback is seeing it and throwing today.
And the Red Raiders line up on 1st and 10 now. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. They'll give it to the back. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quick throw over the middle. Wide open downfield. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the first down. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done. Well, the huge hit there, you half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
Second down after that short completion. There's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a great job by this defense of affecting the rhythm of this offense. These guys are in go mode here in the 4th quarter, trying to come back to win this game, and the defense is meeting the challenge so far.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's running out of time here. Caught near the goal line. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have 1st and goal now.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, especially on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Red Raiders. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this now in the 4th quarter to give them the lead.
BT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. This is a squib kick picked up by one of the up men. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. So 1st and 10 here. Offense desperate to reach the end zone on this drive. And someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Receivers are bunched together. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Boy, Chris, they brought a blitz here, but I don't even know if the quarterback realized it. The offensive line did a nice job of protecting him, keeping him in the pocket to be able to allow that play to open up for him.
Auburn now operating in the red zone. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a quick grab. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a first and goal from the 8. First and goal. Can the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the fourth quarter? Looking for a receiver. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Facing second and goal. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On third and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And midfield, the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas Tech. A crucial pick six.
Man, the key there is the defender gets his hands on the football, just knocks it up in the air. At that point, it's a free ball. Anybody can get it. But the concentration to come down with the interception and then the speed to be able to take it into the end zone. Just great focus and concentration.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. It's a squib kick, fielded by one of the up men. They get it down at the 39-yard line after an excellent return. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a late, deep throw. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. The secondary backed up off the ball now. First down. Looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the 37. Auburn getting set with a first and 10 coming up. Looking to throw it again. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, the offense just cannot afford to throw this interception. It's already a two-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
The first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Ball handed off. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to go. A 2-yard loss. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. They'll run it here. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
And this is an ugly shank. That's a poor punt, goes out around the 40. Offense takes over in plus territory. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. Come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Direct snap. He gets loose. Defense not fooled by the wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. And it's a direct snap. And it's incomplete. The defense not fooled that time. And now it's 3rd down. To throw. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
So what an entertaining battle here today, but in the end, Kirk, the number 1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every single week when you have that bullseye, and sometimes the pressure is just too much, and you make some mistakes that you don't normally do, and I think that's exactly what we saw today.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.